Not a bad day here in central Iowa. It's I don't know what the temperature is. Must be the I'm gonna say middle 70s. Pretty low humidity, real comfortable. Move Mama Kitty and her kittens out here. Got her a box. Gonna get her a better box. Only problem is Tony's in here with all the kittens, and she's had one herself, I think. So need another box. And let's go over here. I'll show you what I'm going to do, or what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know if I'm actually going to get this done today or not. Get this light out here so you can kind of sort of see. Need an extension cord. Let me get a flashlight. And what we have going on here today, well, it's actually been going on for a long time, ever since any of you have seen the truck. It has the right-hand dash bracket is been broke for a long time, and the dash will move around if you hit a bump or something. Doesn't do it a whole lot unless you hit like washboard gravel road or something. But it's something I've been wanting to get fixed, been looking into it. And in this year of truck anyway, sometimes this light gets too bright. But in this year of truck, they had a plastic bracket in there, and you can see that it's broke. And I think, I'm not 100% sure on this, I thought that 95 or 96 they changed that and they put a metal bracket in. I might be mistaken on that, but for some reason I thought that was the case. And they do make an aftermarket, Ford actually makes an aftermarket metal bracket that you fit up in there. You have 3 rivets that go up the side, and then it bolts in this way, and it bolts over back in, right back in behind there. But I don't know why you couldn't make your own bracket of some sorts. I have got to get a better light set up or something out here. Anyhow, I believe what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this kick panel off, get a better look back behind there, and just see what's going on. See if it's something that I want to try to make something, or if I should just say the heck with it and order the part. And I do know a lot of people have fixed it with epoxy, that kind of stuff, and I tried that a couple of times, long time ago. Never worked. And I've also seen where people have made their own bracket, just an L bracket, and that seems to work also. I don't think the part really costs her, I think it's like 25 bucks or something like that, and you can get the official Ford part. So I don't know, I'm gonna take a look at it, see what I think, and go from there. So I already got that screw out right there. Just got to take out that little plug right there and the screw up here, and that'll come right out of there. Alright, so now you can see that bracket a little bit better. And she's just busted. So, not exactly sure what I can do here. I'm going to take that out and see what we got back in here. 8mm. Okay, well that helped a lot there. I'm gonna get up under there and see what I can see. So here's what I've got so far. I've got a bracket in there, which I made out of, I didn't have to do a whole lot to make it. It's actually made out of one of these, which, I remember what they call these things, hurricane straps or something like that. Anyway, you can pick one of these up at your local, I don't know where I got, Home Depot or Menards or one of those big box stores. Anyway, cut it down and got it fit in there. I think that'll work. I don't know why it wouldn't. And you can get, whoops, I just had it sitting in there, but you can get to this back in here. If you take your glove box out, you can get to it back here. There's actually two pieces of plastic you're gonna have to drill through to get a hole. But then you should be able to put a bolt through there with a nut on it. And then replace that bolt. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Only problem I'm having right now, little piece of that bracket. I don't know if this light helps or not. It's hard to tell. A little piece of that bracket where it broke is sticking out. I've been using a file to file it down. I think I about got it far enough to where it's going to work. And right now, this piece, let's see, I cut it. So this piece, this side goes towards the dash. It fits in there like that. Had to bend this a little past 90. I guess a little less than 90 if you want to look at it that way. But, and then I had to trim this off a little bit because it would hit right up in there. But I need to make another one. I need to make this part a little bit longer so I can put a hole in it to put that bolt back in. I cut it just a little bit too short, although this side's longer, so maybe I can fit it up in there like that. Probably could. Have to cut this side down up on top. Let me play around with this for a minute. So I flipped it around the other way. That'll work. Not the most beautiful thing in the world, but you don't really see it anyway once you get that kick panel put back in. So I think that will work as long as I can get my holes lined up going through that plastic piece and then get a hole drilled in down here. I think this is going to work. Alright, so not sure how good you can see all this. Lighting out here is horrible. I got that little bracket that I kind of made stuck in there, got it bolted down. It's up against the plastic in here. So now I need to come in here with my drill. I don't know how good you can see it, but there's that first piece of plastic going up and down. And there's another one on the other side, which is where that bracket rests up against. So I'm hoping I can drill through there, if I can get a drill in there, and then drill right through that bracket and just put a bolt and a nut on there, and we should be in business. Alright, well I finished that up last night. Turned out pretty good. Just had to cut that bracket a little bit. Had to bend it up here just a smidge, and then this was bent slightly, a little bit over 90, but no, it worked out pretty good. I stuck a 1/4 inch bolt in there inside the out. I don't think you can get you might be able to get a wrench on that, the head of that on the inside. I didn't have to. It tightened up without turning, and yeah, solid as could be. Using nothing more than one of these hurricane straps. But yeah, super easy. Just had to cut this pretty short on this end and on this end, and drill a hole in there, stick a 1/4 inch bolt through the dash, and then just use the original screw to mount this onto the truck. Now you can go by the Ford part if that's what you choose to do. What I have seen with that is I think you have to loosen up the whole dash underneath. You don't take the bolts out, I don't think. I think you just loosen everything up, and then you pull the dash out so you can get back in here. You got to drill, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3 holes, and then you put in rivets, and then it will bolt up down here. But this really wasn't too hard. Hardest part was getting this bolt to feed through from the inside out through here. Length of the bolt needs to be about 3/4 of an inch, and then you can get it. The reason I needed it to be that long is you get your fingers back up around there, you're kind of holding the bolt between your fingers like that and trying to get it to go through the hole. Just didn't have enough room to get it through there. The bolt doesn't really need to be that long, but that's the only way I could get it through. And it's another nice day here in central Iowa. Pretty cool. It's gonna warm up towards the end of the week, but low humidity. It's supposed to get humid by the end of the week as well. And of course, don't forget to send in license plates for the license plate wall, channel stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, all that kind of thing. Links for all that down in the description. Well, actually, it's an address for the license plates. You'll see it. So pretty simple fix with this, and you don't spend $25, $30 or whatever that part costs. Also, in the comments of the last video, somebody actually caught that, I think they said the right hand door handles were backwards. Actually, it was just that one right there. This one was flipped around backwards. And that's gonna do it for this video. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.